Hey guys, it's Toby here, and this is episode 8 of Toby Talks. Depression. Now, depression is a word that is right at the forefront of current discussions about mental health, and it's a horrible illness that affects a great number of people. Depression is also difficult to describe as the symptoms can vary from person to person and can even vary within the same person from one moment to the next. And I think the one thing that sums up depression for me is the statement that depression is not just sadness. And I feel that a wider understanding of depression has greatly lifted the old stigma of depression equaling sadness, but we still have a way to go. Now, depression has affected me in a variety of ways over a vast span of time. And in this video, I'll try to give you a general idea of my fight with the black dog and how my life has been overcome by this terrible illness. Firstly, I've often found myself overcome by an overbearing feeling of worthlessness. And when these feelings take hold, I found it impossible to see the positives in my life. I could only find faults within myself. And even when those around me would try and pick me up and tell me how much good I bring into the world, I could still only find negatives. And in a way, the people around me talking in such a positive light would only make me fall further into depression. As well as this, I often suffered with exhaustion or chronic fatigue. This, I think, is often mistaken for laziness, but I have to say that that is so wrong. For anyone who has experienced fatigue, I can honestly feel for you, because at my worst times, I wouldn't be able to find energy, and I would often find that I was incapable of most daily tasks. I would lie motionless in front of the telly for days on end, not wash properly, not cook or eat well, which was a vicious cycle because it all adds up to a feeling of worthlessness. And at times I would spend entire days in bed. This might be crude, but I would use drinks bottles as a toilet. And on one occasion, I simply rolled over to the other side of the bed, went, and then rolled back because that was how exhausted I felt, and also how much I'd stopped caring. And that brings me on to my next point, which is feeling numb, being incapable of caring about anything, being incapable of feeling anything, just simply existing, finding no joy in things that would usually elate me, but at the same time not being able to feel sadness for loss or other things that should hurt. And pain, physical and mental, completely disappears and numbness takes hold. I even became so numb I would do damage to myself just to feel something. I would cut myself, punch myself, and one thing that I did quite often, I would hit my hands and my arms with things like rolling pins, just to try and break bones, just try and do serious damage to myself so I could feel pain, I could feel something. And I think I also turned to alcohol and drugs in this, because for a short time, I regained some feeling, even if it was false. And I feel like these symptoms all came together to hold me back in my professional and social life. So I felt like I didn't matter. The world was better off without me. And I stopped caring about life as a whole. And so I stopped going to work. I stopped contributing to society, and I stopped trying to progress in any way. It all got so dark and so heavy, And it is a feeling of heaviness, a feeling of being pushed down, that on more than one occasion I have tried to take my own life. And on one occasion I almost succeeded. I couldn't see a future with me in it. I couldn't see past the black haze that clouded my eyes. I couldn't see how I affected other people around me. I could only see worthlessness, and I could only see the end. Which makes me so much prouder now that I am able to say that I am not worthless. That I can feel love, I can feel joy, and I can also feel fear and sadness, because that's natural. I can make a difference, and I can live a long and prosperous life. So I know how hard it can get, and I know that you might not see a way out. And I know that my words might come as no salvation to you, but I am a living example that things can get better. And trust me, you are not worthless. Thank you for watching, and a good mental health to all. Big love.